Oh man, I mean, I feel like I've aged 5 years in the last week. God knows what's going to happen if we win the final, but they've done it again. Chloe Kelly's done it again. Agyemang's done it again, and England have done it again, and they've made it three major finals in a row. European Championship final 3 years ago, they went on to win it. World Cup final 2 years ago, and the European final once again. And maybe we didn't deserve to get to extra time, but do you know what? I have no sympathy for any Italian fans whatsoever. It's about time an Italian side actually lost when they play the way that they did, and I'm so pleased that they did it. But I have got to quickly say, Serena Wiegman, you've got to act sooner than what you did. Everyone was screaming at the TV, get Kelly on, get Agyemang on, get Beaver Jones on, get Clinton on. Like, we had so many options on the bench, and she took so long to change it. But she did change it eventually. It went all out attack like they did against Sweden. They powered on, they kept going, they kept applying pressure. One good cross. I kept saying it. One good cross. Because we were putting in awful deliveries. Beaver Jones, Russo, Agyemang, Toon, Mead, no matter who was in there. The crosses from Greenwood, from Hemp, from Bronze, from Mead herself. They just weren't good enough, and we just needed one good cross, and that is what it was. It was one good cross. Keeper does sort of fumble it a little bit, but it was because of the danger. It fell to Agyemang. She took a touch, she composed herself, and she smashed it in the back of the net to force extra time. And then, look, I'll say it. I'll hold my hands up. I think the penalty is very, very soft. I think the penalty is very, very soft. But I still think it's a foul. And when you consider, again, the amount of free kicks that Italy were being given by a referee who was giving constant, soft free kicks in favour of Italy, I have no sympathy that that penalty was given, because it was just as much of a foul as any of all... Excuse me, you see what I mean? Any and all of the fouls that Italy were being given. So I have no sympathy for that. It was a foul. It was a penalty. Yes, it was saved, because, of course it was saved, because what would a women's Euros knockout game be in this tournament without at least one penalty being saved in the match? But Chloe Kelly reacted first. She put it in the back of the net. I think Tooney would have scored it if she hadn't anyway, but she gets her moment. It's Chloe Kelly again. It's always Chloe Kelly. What an unbelievable season she's had, from being absolutely outcasted at Manchester City, from being given a lifeline at Arsenal, performing for the back half of the season for Arsenal, getting a new contract, signing for Arsenal permanently, getting herself back in the England squad, providing both, not literal assists, but providing the opportunities for both goals in the quarter-final, and then stepping up. Big match, Chloe Kelly, yet again, gets England's winner, and England are into another final. Absolutely unbelievable. But, yeah, like I say, from a fan's perspective right now, I'm absolutely buzzing. But from the pessimistic football fan that you know I am if you watch this channel, I am still very concerned about Sunday if Wiegman doesn't make changes to that starting lineup. I don't know what is wrong with Lauren James. I don't watch Chelsea women's. I watch Manchester United women's. Obviously, I'm a Manchester United fan. So the only real times I've seen Lauren James is when she's been playing against Manchester United or when she's been playing for England. But her attitude in this tournament has absolutely stunk up the place. And I don't know why she's starting matches after the performance she put in the quarterfinal. And at least she hooked her at half-time today. But even then, Beth Mead came on. She didn't really do much either. Yes, of course, she won the penalty. But other than that, I wasn't really impressed with her performance. I'd like to see Chloe Kelly absolutely starting that final on the right-hand side. I just think, again, the shape hasn't really worked for us in this knockout phase. I spoke about it at the end of the quarterfinal. We went 2-0 down to Sweden playing 4-2-3-1. We pulled it back playing 3-5-2. We then went back to 4-2-3-1, nearly lost in extra time and won on penalties. Today, we played 4-2-3-1, nearly lost because we just couldn't create enough significant chances playing in that shape. Then eventually we panicked and started throwing people forward, went to 3-5-2, and 5 minutes later, we've got the equaliser. Then we go back to 4-2-3-1. Okay, the game got a little bit more stretched, but we still had more forwards on the pitch. Like, you still had Agyemang and Beaver Jones. So the shape was still a little bit augmented, and Lauren Hemp was playing left back. So it allowed her to be a bit more further forward. So we were still sort of a three at the back when we were defending. So for me, I think we have to scrap the 4-2-3-1 for the final. She won't. Like I accept that. Serena Wiegmann's not going to change her shape. It wouldn't surprise me if she picks the exact same starting 11 again today, on Sunday, as she did today. Because yet again, she can stand on ceremony and say, well, I picked the team and we got the result. So you can't question it. You can't knock it when it's still working. But you've got to make those changes sooner if you are going to play that team again. But for me, Chloe Kelly has to start. I'm okay with Agyemang still being on the bench. I think she's a fantastic impact when defences are tiring. She's got that size, she's got pace, she's got power. She's a constant threat. And I think you might lose some of that impact if you play her from the start. But alternatively, you could win the game by playing her from the start. So, I don't know. But for me, Kelly has to start the final. Agyemang needs to come on sooner if it's not going well in that final. But they've given themselves an opportunity. And whatever happens, it's going to be an opportunity for revenge. 3 years ago, we played Germany in the final and we won. 2 years ago, we played Spain in the final and we lost. So whoever takes the victory tomorrow night, it is going to be a rematch of a major final from the last 3 years. Fingers crossed, whatever happens, the Lionesses can go back to back. I have faith in them. They showed a level of determination today that I didn't think they'd have in them. Like, with everything that happened in that quarter-final, having to pull that back, then the extra time, then the chaos of that penalty shootout, I wasn't convinced they'd have enough to drag themselves back from the position they found themselves in again today. But they did it. So what's to say they can't do it again on Sunday in the final? Come on, England. Well done, girls. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon.